103.9 Seeking and Meditation. Hello and welcome to the Cosmic Experience of One. This is an awareness expanding course that should be absorbed in order. Like a university course, this course's information builds upon itself, so you would be doing yourself a disservice if you took it in out of order. If you do not watch it in order, you might not comprehend the material, or worse, you will think you fully understood it and walk away with a skewed interpretation. Do yourself a favor and first view 101.1, 101.2, 101.3, and 101.4, which are all in one video that starts with an introduction to this course, then continue on in viewing the subjects in order. The introduction to this course needs to be taken in first in order to know the nature of this awareness expanding course. Think of this course as a book where you will not understand it fully if you do not read the chapters in order, chapter 1 being the introduction that is imperative to take in first. So please click on the link in the description section under this video to view the first video. We will explain how the function of seeking and receiving operates within the cosmos. The one known as Yahushua / Jesus spoke of this cosmic function when he stated, "Ask and you shall receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will open for you." You are a part of Source and are always connected to all aspects of the entirety of yourself, whether those aspects reside in or outside the illusion. This connection, established by an aspect of yourself outside of the illusion to yourself within the illusion, never falters but may certainly be ignored by the aspect of yourself that resides in the illusion. You are a part of Source, and the connection to Source is always inside yourself, so go inside to seek answers. All is accessible from within oneself. When one has not adequately balanced their energy centers up to the indigo ray chakra, many answers are not able to traverse the inside connection to your conscious tree of mind, but in order to seek, the questions are still asked from within, and the answers come in countless different forms from different aspects of the whole, as all beings are one in the one beingness. When the answers are presented in whatever countless ways they may come, it is the seeker's responsibility to recognize the message or answer. It is typical for the message from one's spiritual team to be missed or only partially received by the being in the first and proceeding attempts, but if the seeker is dedicated with the inner work and doing their part of focus, exploration and discovery, meditation, observance of both inside and outside oneself, keeping an open mind, and taking actions that increase the possibilities / probabilities for one's spiritual team to be of assistance, the seeker heads in the right direction, which may or may not be the direction the seeker had intended. When the mind is still and focuses on sending a message through this inside connection, which is done mentally but may also be done verbally, it is like calling a phone number and leaving a message on an answering machine. Focused thought, meditative contemplation, prayer, or whatever the honest and dedicated connection is labeled, the call is made and the message is given. The message is received instantly as it is given, and if, how, and when the callback is made depends on many variables. Before calling to leave a message, the seeker should be aware of which phone number they are calling, positive polarity or negative polarity. The seeker's true intentions, whether recognized by the seeker or not, are transparent and known by the phone operator who connects the call to the appropriate phone number. The beings who reside in the positive or negative polarity Both are eager for one's call. The focal point of awareness of the self that leaves the message is not aware of the bigger picture of its incarnation and other selves' incarnations who may be involved directly or indirectly. So seeking requests that do not serve the self in this bigger picture are not given an expected callback for the benefit of the self. If the same seeking continues to be made regardless, synchronistic callbacks in life are offered to enlighten the seeker of the folly of their requested seeking or aiming, and/or callback opportunities are offered that point toward the beneficial way or path not aimed for or realized yet. For example, one may strive physically and mentally, ask for assistance in obtaining a certain job, only to find the job out of reach. They may feel let down by their efforts and spirit guides. Later on, they end up obtaining a different job from a friend of a friend that they will never know is more well suited for them than the job they had been striving for. When one strives mentally and physically, spirit guides and possibly positive higher density beings have more opportunities to create synchronicities for the human being they are guiding. The human being has a limited viewpoint, so what they strive towards could be a dead end, or worse. Spiritual faith is needed for human beings when striving seems to lead them nowhere in their endeavors. Another example, requesting aid for a loved one to recover from an illness or a situation may not be granted because the situation, which may include them transitioning/dying, may have been pre-incarnate planned, or even subconsciously planned during the incarnation as possibilities/probabilities shifted during their incarnation. The one who requested aid is distraught, but circumstances unfolded just as they were meant to from a higher viewpoint for the benefit of the being. All seeking requests that do not conflict with pre-incarnate plans should be backed with sincerity and dedication in life by the seeker. After all, it is the self's journey to be experienced by themselves. If prayer provided a cheat code within the game experience, it would not only belittle the point of the game for the player, but other players' experiences within the game would also be ruined. Honest and caring prayer/mentally asking for assistance for other selves has its place, but in cases pertaining to the self, it is the mental seeking backed with physical striving/dedication in life that is effective. Aid may be given when focus and dedication in one's incarnation are practiced, but nothing is entirely given or done, as that would be infringement of free will and not beneficial for the self. This would be robbing the self of possible growth and the reason for choosing to experience the cosmos in the first place. One's highest focal point of awareness decided to pick up the controller and play the game and see it through till the end, with the controller being kept in their hands and not given to another. No matter what challenges are faced, and no matter the mentality of the one's lower focal points of awareness along the way, they will journey to the end of the experience and eventually merge back with Source. They may ask and receive much guidance upon the journey, but it is their journey as they intended. If the message left on the spiritual answering machine is trivial or not sincere, a callback is not warranted. Also, what may be perceived as an ignored callback is actually warranted, and the information being sought after can only be understood if preceding information is given first, received, and adequately understood. The callback is this preceding information, and there may be much of it to fill in the gap between it and the original information being sought after, if the original information is even needed. What would be the point in aiding with 103 level information when 101 level information has not been adequately understood yet? How long it takes the seeker to acknowledge and understand the preceding information depends on how dedicated and observant the seeker is and how much preceding information there is. Often the original information sought out by the seeker is made to be known as irrelevant as the seeker understands enough of the preceding information that takes them in a different direction than the original dead-end path. There are countless ways and channels a callback may be given by spirit guides, fourth density beings, and or one's higher self that is part of a united group in the later sixth subdensity. To name a few, synchronicities through other selves, events, actions, and what would normally be considered trivial happenstances, dream lessons, the nudging to observe certain details that could spring up anywhere in life, telepathy that one usually thinks came from their own thoughts, physical visitation by higher density beings, which is rarely done, or a direct inside connection of some sort or method by way of the adept. Seeking and receiving is a reliable function of the way/law of one. It is one of the many rules bestowed upon the board game by Source and the Logi that makes the board game worth playing and experiencing. It functions reliably, but it takes not only the callback, but the caller/seeker to recognize and understand the function so it operates in an efficient manner. This is where utilizing the mind complex comes into play, as it does for so much in the cosmos, as each universe is a mental projection from Source. One cannot receive a callback if they are constantly talking on the phone or leave the phone off the hook. Leaving the phone off the hook is akin to either not striving in the physical world or not being dedicated or observant in one's incarnation to recognize a callback. Not being observant also accounts for the phone ringing, but the individual being so focused on something else that they do not hear the phone and so do not pick it up. In this case, the hint is delivered somehow by spirit guides, perhaps many times in different ways, but the human being is too focused on something else or too stubborn to receive the hints. Constantly talking on the phone is akin to the mind never being still long enough for a callback to be received. Even if one is guided to another self who has the answer to their question, the answer cannot be given if the talking, either vocally or mentally, does not cease long enough for the other self to be given the chance to reply or be understood when they do speak. Likewise, the dedicated student does not interrupt the teacher, but respectfully holds their hand up and displays patience and stillness of mind so they may effectively listen in the meantime and also understand when they are called on and given a response to their question. In order to receive callbacks, one must be observant, focus and clear the mind, make enough alone time, practice the art of meditation, and typically take action in the physical world. The daily habit of meditation, even short durations, is crucial to allowing integration of life experiences and for callbacks to be received. There are different types of traditional meditation. Stillness and clearing of the mind to establish inner silence that brings forth one's natural state of love, joy, and peace is the most useful. Focusing on one thing or an idea is another way that provides usefulness. The adept may utilize visualization meditation by holding images in their mind and connecting with the fabric/ether of the cosmos, the intelligently conscious love and light energy of Source that holds the illusion together and is the connected pathways that provides functionality, to aid in raising the planetary vibration without needing to perform physical actions on the planet. This type of meditation, as well as other mental disciplines practiced that aid the planetary vibration, is what some Tibetan monks practiced and is the reason why Chinese officials were influenced by fourth density negative beings to conquer Tibet and disrupt the positive mental actions being performed for the planetary vibration. This service to self event granted more inroads and influence over planet Earth by fourth density negative beings. We do not recommend any best technique to meditate, as each self is unique and so performs and learns in different ways. Thus, there is no uniform best technique, but the wanderer wishes to share/offer techniques and ways he has found beneficial. We only note that details of the preceding meditations may be altered to suit the specific practitioner, and one's intuition may be used to create one's own meditations. It is also worth noting that as an individual journeys through an incarnation and progresses, specific meditations may be abandoned, altered, and created or found to suit the current vibration of the self along their journey. It goes without saying that a quiet place is recommended for meditation. If you live in the noisy city and are trying to create a daily meditation habit, you'll most likely have to get by with meditating in your non-quiet apartment. I've been in this situation, and this was my solution. I used comfortable quality earplugs, and then over the earplugs used wired headphones, not wireless, to play solfeggio frequency music, which can be found free on video platforms or purchased on the internet. Choose a solfeggio frequency that ranges from different hertz settings from 174 Hz to 963 Hz that suits your mood or task. To add another noise-canceling layer, you can play additional solfeggio frequency music externally in your apartment at the same time. Just make sure it isn't loud enough to bother any neighbors. Even if you're in a quiet place, you may find frequency music set to a low volume to be beneficial. I used all these noise-canceling methods at one period in time when in a bustling and spatially cramped Asian metropolis, so you might get by with only one of these listed if your location isn't as loud. Use a comfortable position that works specifically for you. If you find the traditional cross-legged position uncomfortable, like myself due to having a particular pre-incarnate planned skeletal structure that hinders flexibility in my pelvic region, use a chair or horizontal position on your back on a bed. The energy that spirals from the planet, prana, adequately gravitates toward your spine whether you're in a vertical or horizontal position. So if you find a horizontal position to be the most suited for you, don't worry about prana flow. Although, before you become more experienced, you may lose focus and fall asleep if lying on a bed due to how comfortable it is. Meditation number 1. This basic meditation can be used by itself or with any other meditations to clear the mind and keep it still. Affirm to yourself that there is nothing else you need to do or think about right now. Temporarily abandon all life situations, knowing that they will be there for you after you're done meditating. In your comfortable position, clear your mind. When a thought creeps into your mind, do not react to it, as that would charge it. Instead, reaffirm that nothing needs to be thought about now, or simply nonchalantly brush away the thought without getting irritated with the thought or yourself for not keeping a clear mind. Focusing on the thought or mentally replying or entertaining it, especially with irritation, only encourages it and powers its ability to interrupt you. Like an annoying sibling who intentionally pushes your buttons to elicit a reaction. They will eventually go away if you don't give them the satisfaction with a reaction. As with anything, you'll become better the more you practice. Meditation number 2, the void. This meditation releases all roles, identifications, and associations in your life and temporarily offers a dwelling inside yourself that connects to your true state of being and a more dedicated connection with Source. Still and clear the mind first. Affirm to yourself that there is nothing else you need to do or think about right now. Then abandon all the major aspects you believe yourself to be in your life, both perceived bad and good aspects. One by one, eject each one away from you and into outer space, knowing that it is a temporary life association and not truly what you are. Possible major aspects to eject into outer space: job, loved ones, friends, family, amount of money you own or don't own, tasks, the house or apartment you reside in, your gender, hobbies, any life situation, your third density physical body, etc. Free and detach yourself from all that is within the illusion, anything that is not your true inner state of being in your etheric body. Imagine yourself getting lighter as each illusory aspect of you is discarded. If you have done this meditation enough times and feel you can release and shoot off all the aspects at once, like a star ejecting temporary elements off its surface by way of a micronova, do so. This technique temporarily empties and detaches all identifications and roles with one's incarnation. There's no such thing as emptiness. Rather, you're abandoning illusory attachments in order to make space for your natural state of love, joy, and peace as a part of Source. This is the so-called empty space that is more recognizable once the glass has been emptied of its temporary contents. That so-called emptiness is actually more full of love energy than the contents are, and you are that love energy. Simmer in your natural state of being of love, joy, and peace for as long as you like. Meditation number 3, the mental sanctuary. Still and clear the mind first. Affirm to yourself that there is nothing else you need to do or think about right now. Then imagine you reside in a place that's peaceful and perhaps calmly blissful. It can be a place you have been before, or it can be a mental construct created in your mind. Once you've created it in your mind, on some level, it's now a real place because the universe is mental. You could imagine a remote location high in the mountains where misty clouds slowly pass by, inside or outside a temple situated on the mountain, a platform outside the temple that's surrounded by clear water, a place where no other beings are allowed except the positive higher density beings you may have invited for lessons to be given. This is your sanctuary, where no one can disturb you and you can be at total peace. Simmer in your natural state of being of love, joy, and peace for as long as you like. Meditation number 4, full of love and light energy. Still and clear the mind first. Affirm to yourself that there is nothing else you need to do or think about right now. Focus on your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from your heart chakra. If you can't feel it at first, fake it until you make it, as imagining it still focuses on creating it since the universe is mental, which then creates it more fully. But the feeling or emotion created is more important because it is more powerful and effective than the thought. As slowly or quickly as you wish, expand this feeling to your whole physical body and the aura space around you. Imagine and feel your cells and the space between your cells lighting up with the love and light energy they are inspirited with as you focus on them and give them your full attention. All that's not compatible with this loving emanation is transmuted and washed away. Feel the calm, loving vibrations from your heart chakra wash over your entire physical body, acting as a healing and peaceful catalyst that causes every cell in your body to glow with source love and light they are inspirited with. This is in fact the reality because every single atom is only in existence within the illusion because it's inspirited with love and light energy from source. So you're not actually imagining it, you're realizing and focusing on the reality of the situation, and your mental and emotional focus is charging and giving it power. Simmer in your natural state of being of love, joy, and peace for as long as you like. Additionally, while still feeling the love energy, you may then imagine the flow of prana moving up through your feet and up your spine, flowing through and engaging with every chakra along the way to your crown chakra, then flowing out the space above your head like a fountain, then flowing downward around the apple-like shape of your electromagnetic field till it wraps back up through your feet again. This mental exercise of flowing energy may be repeated as many times as you wish, or only done once, and then imagine and feel the flowing apple-shaped field from outside your physical body while still feeling the love energy in your body. Simmer in your natural state of being of love, joy, and peace for as long as you like. Meditation number 5, oneness with the One. Still and clear the mind first. Affirm to yourself that there is nothing else you need to do or think about right now. Imagine your physical body floating in outer space. Nothing is here to break your concentration from total relaxation and silence. Feel the love, joy, and peace that emanates from the so-called emptiness of outer space that's actually full of love energy from source and feels like the most comfortable bed in existence. Imagine your physical body slowly dispersing or melting from bliss and becoming inseparable from the fabric of space around you, your mind, body, and spirit connecting with and becoming the ether around you. Feel your love energy expanding through etheric space and filling up the cosmic web that encompasses the entire cosmos, abandoning the seemingly separate self and becoming one again with all that's in existence. You are the cosmos, the apple-like shape of the electromagnetic field and all within it. You are one with the cosmos. You are all stars, planets, beings, and everything in existence. In this state, you are everything and so want for nothing. Simmer in your natural state of being of love, joy, and peace for as long as you like. When you progress to the way of the adept, either in this incarnation or a future incarnation in the third or fourth density, you'll naturally be drawn to or create a visualization meditation to perform aiding mental actions without the need for physical actions. Of course, as an adept in third density, you'll also naturally perform aiding physical actions that are available to you in your particular incarnation. As you are meditating in your stillness of mind or sometimes afterwards, callbacks or guidance may occur. If they happen during a meditation, they should be distinguishable from simple mind chatter. An answer to a question you've been seeking may pop into your mind. This may similarly happen during sleep time, so keeping paper near your sleeping area may be useful if you get assistance during those moments between being awake and asleep or lessons learned in dream states. Remember to give thanks and appreciation to your spirit guides and your higher self. Everything is a team effort. You are never alone. This course is presented in video format for free to overcome book shadow banning and make its existence known. Now that you know it exists, it's recommended to proceed how this course is intended to be absorbed by book. The title of the book is The Cosmic Experience of One, an awareness expanding course for human beings. The information in this course is more effective and appropriate to be read in book form where one can pause and ruminate and meditate on the material as they read. Besides the low audio quality in the videos and the protection from targeted spoken words and censorship, the book is a much better way to understand and learn the material. The book contains two more subjects, 104.2 and 104.3, which is my way of thanking those who show their appreciation to my aiding services by purchasing the book. Since we currently live in a broken monetary system, without your show of monetary appreciation for my services, I can't get by and continue to perform service to others acts by writing more meaningful books. Purchasing the book not only shows your appreciation for my services and allows me to live in this monetary system, but the course's material will be easily accessible for your revisiting. To more fully absorb the material, it's recommended to read the book at least twice. You will understand why on your second reading. You can gain positive polarity by doing your part in sharing this awareness expanding course with others. Raising the collective's vibration is a team effort. We cannot do this alone. Your participation is required. Liking and subscribing are also actions that make this course seen by more human beings. A negatively oriented being learns information and keeps it to themselves so they can selfishly benefit over others. A positively oriented being learns information and wants others to benefit from it as well because they care. And they know that aiding others also aids themselves. This is true in more ways than one. As a being gains positive polarity for aiding others, and they benefit again when another's vibration is raised because it raises the whole collective's vibration, which assists all, including the first being who shared. All are connected, all are one. Comments and questions will be read, but I will not reply with comments, nor like comments, nor heart comments, nor interact in the comments section in any way. If comments or questions are found to warrant a reply, the reply will be made in a possible future video. If an account using the same or similar profile picture, channel name, or my author name interacts in any of the ways listed above or other ways, know that it's not me and is a human tool working for the negatively oriented human beings to capture and twist the information in this course or your perception, or smear the messenger. Likewise, human tools may create fake accounts on this platform or others in the same attempt to capture and twist this course's information. Official sources for me are listed in the description field below. Everything else is fake.